Okay guys, well, this has been a crazy 2 weeks, and I'm probably not going to be talking to you as much during this interaction, but I've got a huge story that involves that truck behind me, if you can see it. Huge story. It's going to be that's what the first video is going to be, is just this story on what I have gone through over the past 2 weeks. And let me tell you, it's pretty wild. I'm going to record my interaction with these people. Hopefully all goes smooth and I just get what I want and get gone. So get them gone. So let's hope everything just goes smooth, and let's get to the video. There it is. Okay. I've got to call the owner real quick. Hello, Martin. There it is. Yep. Okay, I want to walk you around it real quick. And yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hubcap, was it missing? Okay. I did a sort of preliminary walk around it and I didn't see any huge dents or nothing. Yep. Light, yep. I don't see any huge dents. I'm not worried about scratches. So it looks like it's in good shape. So I don't see anything damaged on the chrome, and that's what I was mostly worried about. So yeah, so okay, well, as long as you don't see nothing that's got, the portholes are still there on both sides, so they're still all good. So yep, so there she is. So in good hands. So oh, all right, well, I am going to talk to the driver and we'll get this figured out. So all right, we'll talk to you later. Bye. Oh,
all good, sir?
Good. Yep.
So
what happened? I mean,
oh, about the car?
No, with you guys being supposed to be here a week ago.
Oh yeah. Actually, I don't do on this side.
Right.
I actually go to Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Dakota.
Right.
But it was the truck number 13 that was supposed to. This is his area.
Right.
So I don't know what happened to him. They suddenly loaded me this car, and then I told him I don't have brakes in my trailer. He's like, you'll just make it fine, just go. And that tire just the back tire over there, it just flew off from the highway, just came off in near Santa Rosa, and then I had to stay there. And it was just a slack. It was a very common thing, but they didn't have parts in that area.
Right. Well,
so I just stayed there for like 3 days.
Well, and I offered to come get it, and he wouldn't let me. Would not let me.
He did call me once, and he told me that you got to take that car off because the guy's coming. And I told him the hydraulic and everything is jammed. I can't take anything out, but unless they can put something down here, because I couldn't take that ramp out. Right. And
I told him I had ramps. I had all my stuff. I told him I had everything to whatever you needed. I have a hydraulic, porta power. I have everything. And I told him that. And he told me you broke down 15 times.
Nah,
he told me
15 times.
And then he sends me a picture that he took off the internet. I searched the internet and found it on the internet.
Nah, so it was just that tire that came off, and it was the brake wasn't working on it. It was the rod, and the rod was the thing. They could not find it anywhere.
Right. Well,
so they shipped it from Illinois or somewhere, and it took them 2 days to get it there.
Right. Well,
it was a very minor problem.
Right. And then he told me it broke down several times after that too. You guys were supposed to deliver this car a week ago, last Saturday.
Yeah, I know. I left California on like Sunday.
Yeah, I know. I met another guy that said this car was on the trailer, and you guys delivered to him in Arizona. And he had a picture of the trailer. He left a review on Yelp, and just pissed off at your boss. And your boss is terrible at communicating. I mean, this has just been an awful experience. We didn't know where you were. We didn't know where the car was. Wouldn't talk to us for days at a time. Just
I would lie to you, sir, but I don't do loading and all this stuff in California, but I have problem with customers everywhere. I don't know how they deal with it.
And I tried to call your boss just a minute ago, just say, hey, what kind of discount are we getting for you being a week late? And he won't answer my call. So
he just texted me your number, and that's it. After that, he's gone.
So and I'm trying to get a hold of him right now to see, hey, what kind of discount are you gonna?
Okay. He will take it.
Okay. So because I want to see what kind of discount he's going to offer us for next week. It's supposed to be running and driving by now. Now I'm a week behind. I've took all week off work. Because he kept on telling me, you're going to be here today. You're going to be here today. He's going to be there tomorrow. And I have all the text messages and everything just saying, you're going to be there tomorrow. And tomorrow. He's been doing that since Monday.
There was no way I was going to come anytime sooner than this.
Yeah, and he just kept on telling me tomorrow. So I've been taking off work this whole week. I haven't gone to work, waiting on this because I thought you were going to call me and show up. So, and I'm 2 or 3 hours away. Okay, we'll see what he says.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what kind of discount you're going to offer me for being a week late. Well, you told me you'd be here last Saturday. Okay? And your driver just told me that he hears this all the time about complaints about you. I've heard several people, and I talked to the guy that you delivered to in Arizona with this car, and he said this car was on the trailer in Arizona, and that was on the 30th when you told me he was broke down. The broker won't talk to, said I had to talk to you. So I haven't paid yet. The car's off the trailer. I haven't paid yet, and we're gonna figure this out right now. Do what? I'm saying I deserve a discount for my car being a week late and you making me take all week off work, saying that he was gonna be here tomorrow. You kept telling me tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. Okay guys, so before I can tell you what we're going to be doing with this car, let's go over what it took to get it. This car is going to my Uncle Roy's boss, Martin. And Martin runs a foundation for kids with autism and Down syndrome, and he's a really good guy. I really like him. Anyways, Martin been talking to me, and he told me about this Buick that he has. This is a 1956 Buick, and it's just his baby. He loves this car. I mean, he just loves this car. And I can see why. It's a beautiful car. So we start talking about having it shipped out here so I can work on it and fix it for him. We're going to get it painted, and we're going to go over this car. I mean, this is going to be an in-depth series on this car. It is a gorgeous car, and we're going to try to bring it back to its former glory. And at the end of this series, we're going to try to drive this car out to Martin and drive it from here to California. And that's where we came into a little bit of a problem, was getting it here from California. So Martin, he looked up brokers all over the place and found one that had pretty good ratings. They were Mercury Auto Transport. And so he contacted them and spoke to a guy named James. Well, James, he put Martin in touch with a trucking company called Pioneer Freight. And Pioneer Freight was supposed to deliver this car, let's see, last Saturday, which would have been the 30th, I think, and didn't show up, did not show up. And so we called them. I called them the first time on Monday morning. And Monday morning, he calls me and says, we can talk, and he says he's broke down. And I took Monday off, thinking it was going to come in Monday. No, it did not come in Monday. So, anyways, I talked to the guy, and he said their truck broke down. Well, come Tuesday, he said he'll be there Tuesday. Come Tuesday, I take another day off work. No car shows up. Now I'm a little bit irritated, but I get it, things happen. Well, I called him and he ignores me. Called him all day Tuesday, never answered me. Wednesday comes around and I call and no answer. I text him and he sends a text back, not gonna happen today. So, no big deal. We come to Thursday, and he said it'd be there Thursday for sure. Well, he sends me another text. I ask him, is it going to be here today? No, another problem. And sends me a picture of a trailer with no cars on it and a tire off of it. And you can see the brake drum was sitting next to it, but no, you could not see any definition of the trailer. And I could tell he had an iPhone, the same thing I record with and stuff like that. But the picture looked funny. I mean, iPhones have always been known for their quality of photos, and they've always had decent photos. I mean, nothing like what they have now, but so I had one of my buddies send me a picture of
of just off his phone, and he has an older iPhone, and the picture just looks completely different. And so we turn the phone sideways, and the picture goes to a real small resolution, and just a really terrible photo. Well, then I did a Google search and found this stinking photo on the internet. So he just took a picture offline. So now I'm thinking the car's stolen, and I don't know what to do. I mean, we called the company, no answer from the company, sent him text messages, and all the while this guy that I've been talking to led me on like he was the driver. And he wasn't the driver, by the way. The driver came and it was not him. And so we're just sort of a little bit panicked and upset at this point, not knowing where the car is. Well, come yesterday, I get on the computer and start looking up, trying to find information about this company. Did not know where it was, and never heard of Pioneer Freight before. So I look it up and I Google the phone number that the guy I've been talking to, and it comes up as Star Trucking or something like that. And well, that's not Pioneer Freight. That's a completely different company. And the reviews poured in. Oh my goodness, the reviews. So I went ahead and sent these reviews to Martin, and I've been in contact with Martin all week. And man, you know that sick feeling you get, like, what have I done? Martin had that, I had that, even though it's not my car, I didn't do the contract or nothing. But anyways, it was a sick feeling. And so I ended up contacting a guy that had his car delivered on the 30th. Remember, the day he told me he was broke down. And the guy, I sent him a picture of this car and said, hey, was this car on the trailer whenever you got your vehicle? He said he didn't remember quite, but he thinks it was. And I'm so just sick right at this point. I don't know what to do. I'm just a little irritated. I've been lied to and pushed around all week. I've took a week off work, and my boss is a little irritated, and I mean, we're all just a little fumed at this point. So anyways, this was a terrible, terrible situation we found ourselves in. I'm going to put the actual names of the companies that we used and the phone numbers in the, not the phone numbers, but I'll put the names of the company we used in the description. And it was such a gut-wrenching experience that I never want to do that again. It was awful, not knowing where our car was. Well, then today the driver gets here, calls me, and says he's 80 miles away. And I'm just not holding my breath at this point. So, anyways, I drive to Camargo because you can't find my house from Camargo. I mean, you can type in my address. I could give you my address and you wouldn't know where I live. It's a long ways out here. So, I go to Camargo and I wait. And I wait. An hour goes by and he calls me and says he's in Leedy, which is about 10 miles from Camargo. And so I sit there and wait, decide to put fuel in my pickup, and while I go in the quick stop, he pulls up. Good deal. Found the car. So I get the car, or not get the car, but I get the truck driver, and I don't even look at the car. I am just sick to my stomach. I am thinking they have jerked me around. They've done some damage to the car. I'm just sick. So I didn't even look at it the whole time we were headed back. So he gets in his truck and he's parked about a block away from the quick stop, and so I get in my pickup and we go on down the road and get here. I set up the drone and set up some camera footage, which I'm gonna play, and the truck driver ended up being a really nice dude. He said this is his second delivery for this company. He didn't know anything like this was going on. He didn't even get my phone number till about 30 minutes before he was ready to call me, before he was an hour away. So I called, I talked to him, and just a super cool dude. I mean, relaxed and knows knows what's going on. I asked him about all the breakdowns that the truck driver or the company owner told me that they had. He said that's not true. He said it wasn't true, none of it was true. And so I called the company owner, and we paid, well, I had to pay $1,000 cash on delivery. It wasn't cost on delivery, it was cash on delivery. So I had $1,000 cash, and so I asked the driver, what are we gonna do about this? I said, you guys are over a week late. I've been taking a week off work. You guys have cost me money from my day job to get this car here. I feel like I'm entitled to a little bit of compensation for that. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe I was entitled to some compensation. So I called the owner of the company. The truck driver told me to call the owner. So I did that. And the owner loses it. He calls the truck driver, tells him to drive off. Little did he know, I already had the car off the trailer. I wasn't dumb. I had the car off the trailer before I ever brought up any money. I didn't want to lose the car, but he called the truck driver. He hung up on me and called the truck driver and told him to leave. And I said, so I called him back after the truck driver told him it was already off the trailer. Told him, I sort of got you by the nuts now, huh? I mean, what else can I do? So, anyways, he negotiated, and I said, so what, are you going to give me $200 off? And $200, shoot, taking a week off work, I think that's plenty fair. $800 to deliver the car from California to Oklahoma, and he just goes insane. I mean, just mad as could be. And so I say, okay, well, I said, well, what are you going to give me, $100 off? And think that's good for a whole week? And he says, yes, $100. Now I get pretty irritated at this point. I'm like, well, if he can do 100, he can do 200. So we started talking and negotiating, and we met smack dab in the middle at $200. And that's what happened. I mean, it was a terrible situation. I will never put myself in that situation again. I'll never let anybody else put me in that situation again. And from now on, we're going to be a lot better advised on how we're going to ship a car. If we ever ship one, I might end up just driving down and going and getting a dang car before I ship one again. This has just been a terrible experience. But the good news is the truck driver was a cool guy. He gave me the $100 or the $200 off, didn't complain about it. He was an awesome dude. I really liked the truck driver, hated his company, and he was having second thoughts about working for that company because this was only his second delivery. And he said, I'm just really worried if everybody else on my route, and I got pictures of all the rest of the cars on his trailer, and I'm going to put a Yelp review and probably put this on VinWiki, put the story on VinWiki, and try to get that going. But anyways, if you have a car being shipped by Star or Pioneer, why don't you email me and I'll tell you where your car is, and I'll give you the driver's phone number. The driver, he was a cool dude, and I really liked him. So here we have it, the 1956 Buick Special. It is an awesome car, and this is what's coming to the channel. This is what we are going to be focusing a lot of time on, and hopefully get it going. This is why I've been working so hard in this shop, trying to get all my lights done, all the fixtures done, and just to get ready for this one car. And I mean, the Nova and the El Camino, I can do those anytime at my house or at the other shop, no problem. But this is going to be like a pretty good restoration almost. We're going to do paint on it. I see 2 dents in the whole car. Well, not 2 dents, but a little more than 2 dents. There's a low spot right there. This used to be an old cop car. It's a 56 Buick cop car. There's a dent here, a dent there, and a dent there. Although I'm probably going to put the spotlight back on it, so I'm going to fix that some. But it is really a special car. I think this is a 401 nailhead in this car. So we are not going to go over the car very much in this episode. This is just all about that one experience, and it was a terrible experience.
and I hate that I had to go through it. I hate that Martin had to go through it. Martin's a good dude. We're gonna talk about him while we're working on the car. It's just a crazy deal. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll throw in some clips of the other videos here of whenever I got the car and got it unloaded. So I am so thankful for all you guys that are watching. You guys have made this possible to do this car. It's just really awesome to do. So thank you guys so much for watching. We'll talk to you next time.